secure lobby is a fundamental component for controlling access. It must make it possible to ensure that only those with the appropriate rights enter or leave an area and therefore avoid any undesired intrusion by unauthorized people. The system ensures that only one of the doors can be open at any time. It is therefore impossible to open both doors simultaneously. A secure lobby always has at least 2 doors and an electronic interlocking system that ensures that it operates like an airlock. The walls and ceiling of the lobby are reinforced to prevent break-ins. This is the first door of the secure lobby, which is on the outside of the site. We note the following components. The door itself and its frame must be able to withstand break-ins at level 3 of European Standard EN 1627. This means that when the door is closed and locked, it must withstand an attempt by a professional burglar to open it using a screwdriver and/or a crowbar for at least 5 minutes. It must not be possible to remove the handle. The head of the mechanical locking cylinder must be protected by a drill-proof plate and a protective escutcheon to prevent it being ripped out. This cylinder is only intended as a backup. It must not be used under normal operation. The threshold of the door must also be protected against jacking and from cables or wires being pushed under the door. The door hinges must not be visible outside the door. The gap between the door and the frame must be protected and must, in particular, not reveal any of the internal locking points. In-house employees can enter using a pass reader on the edge of the door. If this door is open for more than 30 seconds, a local audible alarm must be triggered. After more than 60 seconds, an audible alarm must also be triggered on the break-in detection system panel. People from outside can signal their presence to people inside using an intercom at the side of the door. The door is made up of an electromechanical lock with 3 locking points, a double mechanical cylinder. This cylinder is only intended as a backup. It must not be used under normal operation. Protection against jemming in the door frames by the hinges. A contact on the doors to report to the break-in detection system and the door monitoring system if the door is open or closed. A bolt contact to report to the break-in detection system and the door monitoring system whether or not the door is locked. A spy hole or an opening of no more than 800 square centimeters with type P5A break-in resistant glass, according to European Standard EN 356. It must be at least 10.3 millimeters thick. Inside the lobby, the first door is equipped with a handle that cannot be removed, a door closing device that is sufficiently powerful to always close the door to lock it after a person comes through. Alongside it, there is an opening button to allow a person who wishes to leave to release the door and push it to exit. An emergency opening button makes it possible to release the door in case of emergency. If this button is pressed, the door is released. It can be pushed open to exit. However, this must be reported to the break-in detection system and trigger an audible alarm. This is the second door of the secure lobby, which opens onto the inside of the site. We can see that it is built in the same way as the first door when seen from the outside. Whilst it has an opening to make it possible to see into the secure lobby from inside the office, the window that is no more than 800 square centimeters must be bulletproof with minimum BR 4NS bullet-resistant glass, according to European Standard EN 1063. It must be at least 47 millimeters thick and weigh 118 kilos per square meter. This window must withstand 3 shots fired at a distance of less than 5 meters. In-house employees can enter using a pass reader on the edge of the door. From inside the office, we can see that it is built in the same way as the first door when seen from the inside. 2 buttons on the edge can be used to release the 2 doors in sequence to allow someone to come in from outside whilst remaining inside the office. A key switch can be used to stop the airlock effect and therefore to open both doors simultaneously when equipment is being delivered, for example. This mode only operates if the break-in detection system is in present mode to deactivate present mode when arriving or to activate absent mode when leaving the site. The door monitoring control panel makes it possible to distinguish between the following statuses for the doors. Green LED, the door is closed and locked. Orange LED, the door is closed but not locked. Red LED, the door is open and not locked. This panel shows the status of all of the secure doors on the site, including those of the secure lobby. The attack alarm that triggers an audible alarm in all of the office in case of an attack. If this door is an emergency exit, it also has an emergency opening button that makes it possible to release the door in case of emergency. If this button is pressed, the door is released. It can be pushed open to exit. However, this must be reported to the break-in detection system and trigger an audible alarm. 3 technicians have to work together to create a compliant secure lobby: the door supplier, the locksmith, and the alarm installer. Using the secure lobby on a normal day-to-day basis. Authorized people go through the secure lobby using their personal pass twice. To leave the site, they press the standard opening buttons and push the doors. Using the secure lobby to bring in someone from outside. To allow someone from outside the site to enter, an employee must be on the inside and press the door release buttons one after the other. Using the secure lobby for deliveries. When large items such as furniture need to be brought in, the airlock effect can be deactivated to be able to open both doors simultaneously. An in-house employee must first check that the break-in alarm system is in daytime mode. Then they can deactivate the airlock effect using the key switch intended for this purpose. Be careful. The lobby must be monitored constantly under these conditions to maintain access control. Using the secure lobby for the delivery of letters by the Postal Service. When post or small parcels need to be delivered day to day, this must be monitored by an in-house employee who allows the person making the delivery to leave the parcel inside the lobby and then leave without entering the site. Using the secure lobby during an emergency. In the event of an emergency, in-house employees can quickly leave through the secure lobby by activating the emergency opening buttons. After pressing these special buttons, they just need to push the door to leave. Warning: this type of use automatically triggers an audible alarm. Once everybody is out, the doors must automatically close and lock themselves. using the secure lobby in the event of a blackout. The doors of the secure lobby are fitted with a backup battery that can operate the lobby for 2 hours in the event of a power cut. However, a mechanical lock can be used to open the door manually with a key. Warning: this type of non-compliant use must automatically trigger an audible break-in alarm that must be turned off once inside. A copy of the key must be kept inside the chancellery, and 2 other copies must also be kept by the head of mission and the head of the chancellery.